This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you tap that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you ring that bell. Let's get right into it. I hope you guys are all doing well today and staying panic-free. Let's get into this. Okay, so Peter Rosenberg and Joe Budden react to Electronica's and Jay-Z's album. Joe Budden said he really didn't like it that much. He didn't really like the beats. He said Jay-Z owned him on the whole album. Now, when Joe Budden does this, it's just a tactic for him to get a sit down with the artist, hopefully on Pull Up. He insults them and hopes that usually it brings a conversation. The person responds, and then they start doing a sit down. You know, he's kind of figured that out. So he doesn't really feel that way. I get the whole gaffle now. Joe Budden doesn't feel that way. He says that just so the artist responds, and then he's like, well, let's have a sit down on the pull-up. You know, because when he sits down with any artist, he starts copping pleas. You know, like, oh, no, I didn't mean it like that, man. I was just, you know, voicing my opinion. And then he sees it their way immediately. So it is what it is, man. I don't buy that stuff anymore. I'll word it the way I want on the title, but I'll tell you how I really feel. Then we got Joe Rosenberg feels offended. I try to filter everything Peter Rosenberg out of everything. This is the guy from 97. I don't respect his opinion at all. But he says, he quotes, my feet might fail me. My heart might ail me. My synagogues of Satan might accuse or jail me. Not feeling this bar from J Electronica. And I know I'm not the only person that feels about it. He says, as a Jew, it puts me in a bad position. I can't ignore the fact that I instantly felt a pang of discomfort and offense and basically sell out my culture. Or I can be accused of being the Jewish media hating on this man. But it's how I felt. This line offended me. But what about when they use racial slurs against white people or any of that stuff? That stuff doesn't offend you? I'm just making a point. I don't really care myself, personally. But if he's going to be offended by this, be offended by everything. He's being choosy. You know, oh, it says something about Jewish people now. Is probably, you know, it's like, come on, man. People say things and just choose not to listen to it, you know? Just like you have racist white people out here, you know? It's like, hey, you know, it's like, screw them, you know? Like, people that are on that time, that racist stuff, man, it's like, you know, just cancel them. They're stupid. They're not worth your energy ever, okay? Like, and, you know, I've told a lot of my friends that. It's like, just ignore people like that. They're so insecure with themselves that they got it. It's actually a compliment because they're threatened by your energy. Your energy's so strong that they're threatened by it. That's how I look at it. Like, that says a lot, that you have a lot to offer, man, because they got nothing. When they get offended just by your skin color or by what you believe in, then, you know, screw them. You know, you can voice your opinion, but don't let that bother you, because it means you got to have some haters out here, right? But, you know, when you start taking people's lives away and everything, that is totally different. Then you got to get dealt with. You know what I mean? They gotta be some disciplinary action against those type of people. They put the wrong people in power sometimes. Anyways, we're getting off on a tangent here. So, you know, then J Electronica, he responds. And he says, yeah, he's down to have a sit down. He says, clout chasing at all time high. For the record, I stand in everything I said on this album. And by the way, if you really want to get into it, we are willing to hold a discussion in public forum on the synagogue of Satan and its meaning with scholars of theology you would like to bring. Until then, be quiet. Now, I wouldn't want to sit down with Jay Electronica because he knows a lot about like other stuff that you don't normally research. He'll probably own him in a discussion because he's on some other type of knowledge. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that sometimes you just can't win in that, because it seems like he can absorb a lot of knowledge and he will bring it to the debate and you'll lose. Okay, no matter if you're right or wrong, you're probably gonna lose that battle. Okay. This guy, some people just absorb knowledge, and they're very good at calling it in a debate. And I think Jay Electronica is one of those guys. As far as the album, I mean, it's just an album. You can choose. I listened to it. It was cool. Moving on. You know, like it wasn't like fire, but it was. The lyrics were fire, but the beats weren't. I agree with Joe Budden. The beats could have been better. But you know what? It came out. Got it. You know, you can stream it, and that's that. You know, so experience it. Took 10 years though. Then we got Nore's trying to make it. Nore's ratings are probably so low right now because like people are getting a little sick of Drink Champs because he wastes so much time getting off topic. He gets too drunk, and you know the interview is messed up. So people kind of move on to other podcasts. There's too much else to offer right now from other podcasts. It's like too much competition. So he's trying to make it like there's a problem with him and Lamar Odom in a trailer, like a Love and Hip Hop trailer, so you watch. It's weird. Then we got Alexis Guy. She said she didn't feel good, but then she went to the club for her hosting with Ari. First of all, schools are closed, clubs are open. That makes no sense, right? Then why are first of all, Apple and Nike closed their stores. That's weird. Now all the stores are going to close because if Apple and Nike did it, everyone else going to feel compelled to do it. And it's like, you know, what are we going to do now? We're inviting the government into doing martial law at this point, you know? Like it's getting compare it to 2019 H1N1 and then you tell me if this is an overreaction. You got to be careful, you got to follow protocol. But it's getting, the panic that the media is causing is insane, okay? Yes, we got to take this seriously. We got to contain it. But the panic is insane. And that's what I'm scared of mostly, is this panic. Anyways, Ari and Alexis Guy got into it. And, you know, Ari said everyone was screaming my name. Nobody cared about you. Alexis Guy even went to the point of taking her shirt off in the club. I'm not going to put any of those pictures up. Just go to the shade room. You'll see them. Okay? Then we got... Oh, Little Lamb, a.k.a. Chief Keef, gets arrested again, man. At the border. Free Chief Keef, man. Free Chief Keef. I don't know why this guy always gets arrested, man. Probably tried to bring something back or something, but he'll be alright. Chief Keef seems to always get away with everything. So, he'll be out. It's JordanTower with JT News. I hope you guys are doing good. Appreciate the things you have. I don't even know what to say right now. Things will be fine. Just hunker down for a little bit. I'd say in a week or two, people will get sick of this. And things will go about the norm, you know? Unless they make us stay at home, which that'll be bad. That'll be bad. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys. It's JordanTower, JT News. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.